Okay, welcome students. Myself Dipesh Srivastava, your computer teacher, and today student I am going to pick up a first chapter, that is operating system, from class 8th. This is part 1, and let's start. Before moving on to the chapter, let's discuss the contents that actually you are going to learn in this chapter. Student, as the name suggested, operating system. So in this chapter you will learn each and every technicality of the operating system, which means definition. You will learn about the categorization and classifications of the operating system on the basis of few parameters, and also you will learn the functional areas of the operating system. So let's start the chapter. And student, before moving on to the definition of the operating system, I just want to make you clear few concepts. So let's start with these two terminology, that is hardware and software. Student, I am not going to tell you the definition of the hardwares and softwares. Okay, I just want to tell you the strong relationship between hardware and software. See, computer can work with the interaction of hardwares and software. See, both are the different thing. Hardware can be touch. Hardware has its own roles and responsibilities. Software has its own roles and responsibility in the computer system. Okay, both are independent component, but hardware and softwares are complementary to each other. How? Just because without software, hardware cannot be used, and without hardware, any software cannot be utilized by the user. I just want to make clear this concept with a small example. A mobile phone. Everybody having a mobile phone, and suppose if there is no application on your mobile phone, not a single application installed on your mobile phone, can you use your mobile phone? No. In spite of that, all the hardwares of mobile phone are properly functional properly. They are in good conditions. In spite of that, you cannot use your mobile phone because you don't have any application. Okay, you don't have anything to interface with your mobile phone. Just vice versa of this, if you don't have any hardware on your mobile phone, then where you will install your applications, your software part? So again, your mobile phone is just like a simple plastic case, a garbage. You cannot use your mobile phone without hardware and without software. Okay, either without hardware or without software. So I hope you can understand that what is the strong relationship between hardware and software. Without hardware, any software cannot be installed, cannot be utilized, and without software, any hardware cannot be operate. Okay, so with this concept, let's move on to the operating system. One more thing, software can be categorized into two parts: system softwares and application softwares. Application softwares are those softwares which actually made for users. Okay, just like MS Word, MS Paint, Photoshop. These are the application software. Banking softwares, these are the application software which meant for users. Okay, but system software is something which actually control and the execution and functionality of the system. They don't have any interaction with the user. Okay, so you will learn one of the system software, that is operating system. Okay, so let's start the definition of the operating system. Operating system is a collection of program which controls overall operation of computer. It is a software that controls the execution of other programs. It offers scheduling, debugging, input output control, storage assignments, etc. So operating system is overall central coordinator which actually controls all the functional functions, and you can say controls all the components of the computer, components like hardware, component like application softwares. Okay, so I can say this operating system is just like a principal of your school who manages each and every functional areas of the school, just like a discipline, okay, parents teacher meeting, okay, principal handles the visitors, right, parents, and principal handles the examinations, okay, principal handles the uh, there are so many functional areas in the school which actually govern and coordinate by the principal. Just like that, operating system is a principal or central coordinator of your computer system which actually govern and controls all the components of the computer, components like hardware, all the hardwares, and softwares like application softwares. And second more important thing, operating system are used to create an interface between user and system. I will take you again on this example, mobile phone. This is your mobile phone. Suppose that this is your mobile phone and this is you, user. Okay, I have already told you that without any application, your mobile phone is just like a normal plastic case. You cannot use this mobile phone. Okay, now where you will install your application and how you will interact with this mobile phone, just because of this bridge is called operating system. So operating system works as an interface between user and machine like mobile phone, machine like any computers. Okay, so you have already you guys used to say that my phone is Android, my phone is Mac, okay, my phone is Windows. So what all these? These are the operating systems which actually create an interface between your mobile phone and you. Okay, so I can say in other language that operating systems are the platform where you actually install all the applications to support their hardwares and create interface between users and mobile phone, okay, or create interface between user and computer system, right? So this is the basic definition of the operating system. I hope you have understood. Now let's move on to the next topic, that is the categorization, the classification of the operating system. So student, operating system can be classified majorly in two categories. First CUI and second GUI. These two, CUI stand for character user interface, and GUI stands for graphical user interface. Okay, so this categorization basically on the basis of their interface. Interface is something create communication channel between user and computer. So we can create communication between user and interface by two ways. character user interface or graphical user interface. Okay, let's understand one by one what is the character user interface, what is the graphical user interface, and what are the benefits of graphical user interface over character user interface, and we will also see the disadvantages of the graphical user interface over character user interface. See, these kind of operating system, I will pick up the first one, CUI, that is character user interface. Just a second. These kind of operating systems don't have any graphical interface. Graphical interface means you cannot use any pointing device like mouse or a trackball or any sort of device which actually can point something on the operating system. Here we can work only in text form, or you can say command form. For example, if you want to open a folder or any file in character in this type of operating system, character user interface, so here the interface is non-graphical. Okay, so you cannot make a use of mouse to click on that particular folder and file, double click and that file will be opened. No, you cannot do this. To open a file or folder, you need to run or execute a command related to that particular operating system. Okay, for example, MS-DOS, we have seen the black window. This operating system is preloaded in your computer system, so you can, if you want to see the interface of MS-DOS, just note down, execute this command. Sorry. Just open step 1, open run window. How will open you run window? Press Win key plus R, Win key like this. Okay, next to Shift key. Okay, and second step, run dialog box will open, and just write CMD, that is command prompt, and press enter. This is the sign of enter. Press enter. A black window will open. That window is of MS-DOS, another operating system, that is Microsoft Disk Operating System. You will see there, you will see at that interface there is no graphical graphical interface. You cannot point mouse. There will be a cursor which will be blinking, and there will be some prompt, and on that, just after that particular prompt, you have to write a command to open a file or folder. Okay, so there are almost 72 or 75 commands to work on the disk operating system MS-DOS, right? Another example is a very powerful operating system, Unix. You have already learned, you have already listened about Unix, Linux. These are the operating system which in the category of CUI, character user interface. Okay, right? Now the next operating system is GUI. So in the CUI you cannot use operating system graphically, but in GUI the name suggested graphical user interface. Graphical user interface means you can use this operating system graphically, like your Windows operating system that currently you are using on your computer, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. So okay, so these operating systems are in category of GUI, where if you want to open any file, you don't need to run or execute any command. You will pick up a mouse, you just point, make a point, that pointer on the particular mouse on that particular file, just double click and the file will be open, the folder will be open. Okay, you want to shut down the mouse system, you just go to the start button and select the shutdown option and click on it, your system will be shutting down. So this is graphical user interface are very easy to use in comparison to character user interface, which means I can say this is graphical user interface are user friendly, but character user interface are not user friendly. We will also discuss so many advantages and disadvantages of GUI and CUI in the next video. Student, I hope you have understood the basic knowledge of the operating system, and in the next part we will be continuing the all the technicalities and functional areas of the operating system. Till then, student, take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Bye bye.